Hello, welcome to my space station. Have you ever heard of the Odysseus mission? I think it's been in the news recently and you must know about it. But for those who don't know, this video is for them, so you get to know about what this mission is all about. So basically, the Odysseus mission is a mission that was made by Intuitive Machines. It is part of NASA's program to use private agencies to test if they can actually if they have the capability to launch payloads to the lunar surface. And so the IM-1 or the Odysseus mission is one of them. So the reason this is so popular nowadays is that this is the first, not the first, but like currently it is like after a long time, long time, the US has finally launched a rover to the lunar surface. Not exactly a rover, but something that is generally landed on the lunar surface and is capable of doing stuff. Usually the US has done satellites on the lunar orbit, but now after a long time they have launched something. So this mission was launched on February 15 on board a Falcon 9 reusable rocket. The mission was inserted into lunar orbit around February 21, and just like a month after a day after February 21st, basically February 23rd and 22nd, the rover was able to perform a landing on the lunar surface. But the rover faced a few, the lander faced a few complications. The method that the lander was going to use to land was actually not pre-programmed. This was an error on behalf of the people that were meant to prepare this. So the lander didn't have the capabilities to perform a safe landing. There could be risked, but it would probably destroy the lander in the process. And so they didn't want to repeat the failure that the last mission had. Last mission, Peregrine lander, same purpose, but it was not able to perfectly land. It was on a descent where it failed. So they were not trying to repeat the thing. So there was a NASA payload on board, which was an experimental thing. It was meant for backup. That if this mission, if like the normal procedure doesn't work, we'll use this. So basically, it used lasers to guide the lantern down towards the surface. And so the people were able to quickly reprogram it so that it followed the lasers, and it was done successfully. The landing was not as smooth. Upon landing, the lantern did skid a bit, and one of its legs broke, which meant that the lander was in a 30-degree position, tilted towards the ground. The place where most of the experimental things on board were facing the top, so that was a lucky thing. But the lander was tilted and but it was still communicating to Earth. So this mission lasted for approximately 1 month. After 1 month, Intuitive Machines announced that they were no longer able to communicate with the rover, as soon after landing, the area that the rover landed in went into like a night cycle. So it was fully night and signals couldn't reach the place. So after the night ended, there was a little bit of communication, and then the communication was fully cut off. The reason might be because there must be a power outage, or maybe since it was so cold over there, the instrument probably failed due to the extreme coldness. Also because it has also lost its leg, and it's not meant to be laying down on its side. That also probably caused some malfunctions. So as of now, the mission technically is a success because what they wanted was the lander to land, and the landing was accomplished. You can just leave the process it was meant to do, but the landing was accomplished, and it was proved that the US is returned to the moon. And this is also again part of the Artemis program, slightly linked to the Artemis program, because the US cannot do it entirely on its own. So it just needs to partner up with some private agencies that they have to prove themselves that okay, we can actually launch payloads to the moon. That in case the Artemis program actually goes forward, NASA can hire these private agencies to do these landings and to supply the astronauts if they ever reach the moon. Artemis is planned for 2025. The mission Artemis 2, which will take astronauts to the lunar orbit but not land, is planned for 2025. The Artemis 3 mission will actually land them. The date hasn't been confirmed yet. So this was all I wanted to inform you all about the Odysseus mission today. If there are any other further missions regarding this, I will post some updates on my channel. So this was all the point of the video today, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.